Hi everyone, today I'm going to be reading Toshu Mouse. Toshu Mouse by Carr. I will not go into the disturbing details of how I arrived at the ballet. I will only say that it involved a cat with glittering teeth and cruel claws, and a chase through the sewers of the city. I escaped through a hole that was much too small for a cat. And that is how I found myself inside a very old and very grand theater. I climbed up to a plush velvet seat and spied a stage where people were moving to music. The music made me want to move too. So there on my velvet stage, I did my own little mouse dance, and I realized I'd like to stay here. Suddenly, the music stopped. "Take your places," called a voice. Good idea, I thought. I set to work. I gnawed a cozy nest for myself in the soft velvet of the seat. But I had barely settled in when I was startled by the arrival of a gentleman who thought the seat was his. I dashed toward the stage. Immediately, a mob of people began chasing me. Eek! They had big, heavy boots and, oh no, sharp, flashing swords. I ran up the steps, under the doors, until I found myself in a safe, quiet room. Tucked in a corner was a small satin crevice. It was just the right size for hiding and was padded with a soft bed of lamb's wool. Calmed by the animal scent of wool, I fell into a fitful sleep, dreaming of sword fights and soldiers. When I awoke, someone was in the room, a young woman I recognized from the stage. She stretched one leg high above her. How did she do that? Celeste, someone called. Even her name was graceful. The young woman left, and I slipped out after her to look for food. I was happy to find a few tasty tidbits and decided to bring some back for Celeste. Because I was curious to see if she'd like them, I hid in the snug satin pocket. But in the morning, Celeste didn't eat a thing. Maybe she didn't notice my choices or like them. That night, I collected even tastier bites. But Celeste looked even more puzzled than pleased. The next time I set out, I came nose to toe with the custodian. To escape the slam of his broom, I slipped under a door. There I discovered spools of rickrack and braid. I snipped a strand with my teeth and brought it back and arranged it artfully for Celeste. When she discovered it, Celeste swung a leg back and forth, loose-limbed and happy. The next night, I brought her a curl of ribbon, and the night after that, a circlet of sequins. I could tell that she liked them, how her long legs scissored and stretched. But suddenly Celeste swooped over, her nose grazing mine. My instinct shouted, "Run!" So I tore out the door. As I skittered down the steps, the custodian spotted me. He chased me to the tiny hole in the basement, and I squeezed through just in time, leaving the theater behind. I will not dwell on what happened in that dank underground passages, but I will say that it involved a pack of ruthless rats. I hid from them, my heart pounding, and thought longingly of the ballet. I hummed a snippet of music I remembered, and my tail began to sway. Oh no, the rats spotted me. They chased me down the gullies, up gutters, and back through the hole that was too small for even a rat. Exhausted, I headed for my pink satin bed, but it wasn't there. In its place was a cookie shaped like a mouse. I nibbled at its crumbly sweetness. Had Celeste left it for me? When I looked up, there was Celeste, crouched down and staring at me. Would she scream? Take a broom to me? Chase me away forever? Thank you for the presents, she said. Why did you run away? Celeste gave me a name, Tendu, but you can call me Stretch. She also tied a sash around me so everyone would know I'm her pet. Now every day I listen to music with my fantastic, elastic friend, and with my new friend in my new home. I dance. Thank you for listening to Tushy Mouse. I hope you enjoyed it. See you next time.